Seller control concept. Control the initial market time. So I'm going to take a listing, and I agree that you can have this listing anytime you want it. You can take it over. We'll share the revenue. When would you like to have the listing? At the beginning? So I take a listing, and I'm careful to get a long listing period, let's say a year. Or one agent I've recently talked to is listing homes for 2 years in order to have them long enough to have a chance of being paid because market time has slowed. When would you like to have that listing? At the beginning or at the end? Obviously, we all understand that in real estate, we don't so much market homes as we expose the home to a ready market. In fact, for those of you who have MLS and for those of you who use the internet to market your inventory, for those of you who post virtual tours, for those of you who have a list of buyers waiting to hear about new inventory, look at the phenomenon that when a home is listed, we tell others about it being available and they run out to see it. And that phenomenon after what? 2, 3, 4 weeks is over. What does it take to get a buyer to see a house that's been on the market for more than a month? Well, they'd see it by accident. Maybe a few, like our crazy cameraman here, would say, oh, I'd like to see the ones that have been on the market the longest because those must be the sellers that are the most motivated. Well, that's a good contrarian approach. Most people say this, after seeing a few homes, why don't you show us the new stuff when it comes on the market? If we know this and we don't share it with a seller, perhaps we're being dishonest because of omission. What we need is a visual that will explain to the seller that we experienced this surge of showings in the beginning and that showings tend to tail off after a period of time. And it's arbitrary. Is it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? So then we can suggest to a seller that the time to have the best marketing is in the first 3 or 4 weeks. And that's why I brought my marketing tonight so you can see it. Can we start with the marketing? A trial close, asking for permission to start. That's the time to suggest to the seller who said, well, we're going to try it higher. We could always come down. They could always make an offer. Well, you know, folks, that's true. But in looking at this illustration, I think you can see that after 3 or 4 weeks, a period of time, that's probably the time when you'd say to me, we're ready to come down. But if you knew then what I'm telling you tonight, that if you had the right price now, we would have the opportunity to show your home to lots of people at the right price during the critical first few weeks, wouldn't you want me to share this data with you? So you see, folks, since a lot of sellers are in denial about this, we would stand out if we use the right price, if I use the right marketing, and if we pay attention to the terms and the conditioning of your home, all 4 factors, the key factors, if we do a good job on those in the first 4 weeks, I can almost promise not only an increase in showings and attention, but an improvement in results. Folks, doesn't it make sense to start right?